Hello everyone and welcome back. This is Ginny from Polly's Paper Studio, and today we're creating a sweet and simple Valentine greeting card with the Gatefold and Embellish Band. So you can see that this has lots of fun layers and an untraditional color scheme. I'm also including a fun bingo card and some die cut doilies, ribbon trim, and sequins. So let's get started. This sheet of white cardstock is 6.5 by 10 inches wide, and I'm going to score in at 2.5 inches from the left, and then flip it around and do one more score line at 2.5 inches. So then I can fold that card in and it will create the gatefold. So the first fold I did overlap just a bit, and to fix that I simply flipped it over and folded it from the other side. So now that's perfect and it meets in the middle just exactly how I want. The next thing we're going to work on is the belly band, and now this is 2.5 by 10.5 inches, and I'm going to put my first score at 2.5 inches. The next score is going to be 5 1/16 of an inch, and 2.5 inches again, and then 1/2 inch. You want to add that extra 1/16 of an inch to accommodate the bulk of the added paper. So I've just added some double-sided adhesive, and I can join that in the back, and now I have the base created, and I can layer on the additional paper patterns that are matted with gold cardstock. So I'm going to use the coordinating pattern on the back, and that will disguise the seam. The front will have the stripe, and I'm just going to place that right in the center. And now the band is done. And then you can see it will easily slide over the card to keep it closed. So that works pretty well. Next, I'm going to embellish the band by including this die cut doily from BoBunny. I'll leave a link in the description below for this die. I've used it twice in this card, but I'm covering the center with some of the coordinating pattern paper so it will look more like a solid die cut. This is just a die cut heart, and I added double-sided adhesive tape to stick that down, and now the belly band is done. So back to the card. Each side has the pattern paper with the gold matting, and I'm just using that double-sided adhesive again, and I'm going to stick that right down in the center. And each panel will be exactly the same, and I can just go ahead and adhere that to the card itself. I'm using the diagonal stripe on the front and then contrasting it with the checker. It's sort of more of a houndstooth, and I really like this non-traditional Valentine color scheme, so it could be used for anyone. Now you see on the inside I finished that as well with the coordinating papers, and I'm going to top off the front with this very sweet, adorable bingo card. I've only added adhesive to the left side so it will not stick down when the card is closed. Now I'm gonna just slide that belly band over the top and center it right where I want it. Next comes a die cut that I've had in my stash for a while. I think it was from Pebbles, I'm not quite sure. Anyway, I've added some double-sided adhesive, foam tape, so it will be dimensional, and ran a string through that ribbon so that I could attach it securely to the back, and then secured it once more with a bit of hot glue. Now I'm bringing in these sequins, and they're just opalescent white sequin. It's not going to contrast, but it's just going to add a little shiny detail. And I want to take 3 for the top and 3 for the bottom. I'm using the Tombow Mono Multi for this. I'm just going to put in 3 little dots of glue on the top and bottom, and then press those sequins down into it. They're a little bit fidgety because they're small, but make sure that you don't squish them around too much so the glue comes out from behind them. Now, if you want to make sure they're very secure, take your offset tweezers and go ahead and squish them down so the glue will set well. Now, I'm just going to finish the bottom. And that one moved a little bit, but I was able to squish it into place. And here is the last one. And that completes the front of the card. So now you can see that this card was very easy to create. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, send me a comment, and hit the subscribe. And as always, I'm wishing you a happy and productive day. Thanks for watching. Bye.